Good morning. I'm Dr. D. Vigneshpriya, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Nirmala College for Women. Today we will discuss about the topic regeneration. What is regeneration? Regeneration is one of the processes in which if an organism is cut into several pieces, each of its parts regrows to the original state. Regeneration is the replacement of the lost parts of the organisms. It takes place in organisms that have a very simple structure with very few specialized cells. Richard L. Gross has described it aptly as if there is no regeneration, there could be no life. If everything is regenerated, there would be no death. Next, laws of regeneration. There are two laws he proposed. Regeneration is higher in simple animals. Ability may be greater in the earlier stages of development. Types of regeneration. Generally, there are two types of regeneration. One is morphallaxis, another one is epimorphosis. Morphallaxis, in this type, regeneration has little growth and depends upon tissue repatterning. For example, in low invertebrates, coelenterate hydra grows by loss of cells from its end and by budding. When cut into two, the upper part develops into foot while the lower parts develops into the head. So this type of formation, nearby head is inhibited by the head region. Next type, epimorphosis. In this type, regeneration depends upon the growth of new and properly patterned structure. For example, regeneration of vertebrate limb. It involves cell dedifferentiation and growth. The epidermal cells form a blastema. The blastema gives rise to structures with positional distal values. What is the process of cell regeneration? The process begins when a tissue is damaged or removed and depends on the type of regeneration used by the organism. If the organism uses epimorphic or morphallaxis type of regeneration, stem cells will be reproduced and then differentiated to replace damaged cells. If the organism uses compensatory regeneration, the different types of cells are regenerated and accumulated until they reach the size and functional ability to compensate for the lost or damaged tissue. So this compensatory regeneration is the third type of regeneration. So it involves in different types of cells that will be regenerated and accumulated until they reach the size. Which organisms can regenerate? Regeneration occurs in organisms like hydra, flatworms, tapeworms, etc. They have highly adaptive regenerative capabilities. When an organism is wounded, its cells are activated and the damaged tissues and organs are remodeled back to its original state. So regeneration is very prominent among metazoans. Starfish, crayfish, reptiles and amphibians also exhibit signs of tissue regeneration. It is not the same as reproduction. In some animals such as the lizard, the shed limb regrows to its original organ. So regeneration can happen in many different ways using pluripotent stem cells. Some regeneration does not require stem cells. After amputation, stem cells accumulate at the site of injury. The cells then start dividing to form the missing tissue, but not all animals use the pluripotent cells for regeneration. Regeneration in vertebrates. Example 1, Planaria platyhelminthes. In planarians, contain the neoblast cells which migrate towards the amputated region and form the losing parts. You can see the example, you can see in the image, the neoblast cells migrate toward the amputated region and form the losing parts. So this is an accidental process. Next example, Hydra sealant rate. It cut into two pieces. Anterior develops basal disc at the cut end, and posterior develops mouth and tentacles at the cut end. So it looks like a miniature. Next example, annelids, oligochaetes. Cut into two pieces. You can observe the diagram. The anterior piece develops as posterior region, then posterior piece develops as a head region. So regeneration can take place from any one of the anterior 14 segments. Next example, arthropod. Regeneration occur using cell germ layer specialized cells close to the wound, so restricted to the replacement and last appendages. Thank you.